From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. DOGE's days appear to be numbered. Elon Musk recently suggested that he will be done with his work in the near future. President Donald Trump told reporters this week that at some point he's going to be going back to running his companies. As far as the Department of Government Efficiency, Trump said it will end. All of that talk was before Musk faced setback Tuesday in Wisconsin, where voters rejected his choice for a state Supreme Court candidate despite more than $21 million in personal donations and his campaign appearance over the weekend. There are more problems for the billionaire entrepreneur at Tesla, his electric automaker, which saw a 13% drop in sales in the first 3 months of the year. The White House has not disclosed any clear timeline for closing down DOGE, and the government cost-cutting organization was never supposed to become a permanent fixture in Washington, but it could be reaching a conclusion faster than anticipated. DOGE was originally intended to operate until July 4th, 2026. Now there are signs that it already is winding down. DOGE employees have been shifted to various federal agencies, which are supposed to take the lead on cutting costs. Government-wide layoffs are underway to accomplish some of the goals laid out by Musk and Trump. The potential end of DOGE does not mean Trump will stop shaking up Washington, but it appears the administration's efforts will be entering a new phase that is less focused on Musk, whose chainsaw-wielding work as a presidential advisor made him a political lightning rod. DOGE was initially envisioned as an independent advisory panel, with Musk sharing leadership with Vivek Ramaswamy, a biotech entrepreneur. Ramaswamy dropped out and is running for Ohio governor, and DOGE became part of the government. It was stocked with Musk's allies who were dispatched throughout the bureaucracy to cancel contracts, access sensitive data, and push for cuts. In a follow-up to Musk's losses, as we mentioned earlier, Judge Susan Crawford preserved liberals' narrow majority on the Wisconsin Supreme Court Tuesday by defeating conservative Brad Schimel, but in a way the real loser of the election was billionaire Elon Musk. Musk and his affiliated group sank at least $21 million into the normally low-profile race and paid 3 individual voters $1 million each for signing a petition in an effort to goose turnout in the pivotal battleground state. That made the race the first major test of the political impact of Musk, whose prominence in President Donald Trump's administration has skyrocketed with his chaotic cost-cutting initiative that has slashed federal agencies. Turning to Pennsylvania news, the Center Square is reporting that policies that make room for transgender people in traditionally female or male spaces sow deep divisions among lawmakers and the voters they represent. For those who support more inclusion, normalizing transgender people into the fabric of civil rights should come without question. For those against, that same inclusion erases protections adopted for women, like separate locker rooms, bathrooms, and sport leagues, based on what they claim are scientifically acknowledged differences between the two sexes. Emphasis on what they claim. On March 31st, Trans Day of Visibility was observed globally, aimed at raising awareness that non-binary and transgender people exist, and because they exist, advocates say they deserve the same rights, privileges, and protections as any other group. We need to be clear, there is no executive action that can change the law or the Constitution, said Senator Amanda Capoletti, the Democrat from Norristown, who is supporting a package of bills aimed at improving the legal process for name changes in the state. There is no order and no law that will erase trans people from existence. The senator referred to a slew of presidential orders targeting trans people. On his first day in office, President Donald Trump signed an executive order that declared only 2 genders exist, defending women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth to the federal government. He followed it up with another aimed at removing trans participants from athletics, keeping men out of women's sports. Outside Senator Katie Muth's office stand a Progress Pride flag and a transgender flag, flanking signs that say "Bands off our bodies" and "Democracy dies in the dark." Money, that is, dark money, along with an image of Pennsylvania overlaid by the Progress Pride flag. Muth represents a district that spans parts of 3 counties in southeastern Pennsylvania and is among a bevy of Democrats prioritizing the issue amid intensifying public debate. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. That's the news at this hour. And now back to more music here on PEP Radio.